On behalf of the Regional Architecture Association, I'd like to welcome you all to Light, the Essence of Architecture.
The Indigenous word for Noosa is place of shadows and place of shade. It's celebrating the darkness and the compressed space and the intimacy as well as the light as a contrast.
Those sort of conversations about how's the space going to feel rather than how's it going to look.
Architecture obviously has physical presence and also purpose, which exists well beyond visual cues. Probably true to say, though, that in the absence of light, we strip away the legibility of architecture and the prosaic, the delight. It's one of those things you know you're dealing with all the time. That word I was using in the presentation, anticipation, like the most exciting time is the first time you see it when the light strikes it.
We know that sound, we can hear it, but a lot of people don't realise that you can actually see it as well. It has an actual pattern. As soon as the frequency changes, the form changes. We recorded the sound of the black cockatoo and we fed this call through the digital image.
I think collaboration is the key, to use the knowledge that I have and our business has about wood and the great environmental story that it has to tell, and also about its potential uses, and to be able to offer that information to architects and collaborate with them so they can continue to enhance beautiful buildings.
It's not about the person, it's about the relationships and the collaboration, and by bringing the right people to the table to solve really what we've got is some pretty complex problems at the moment, but we live in such a great state. So it's about enhancing the things we want to bring out whilst using our skill sets and design thinking to tackle some of those issues.
So as architects, seeking light within buildings is second nature, and it's an integral part of the design process. It's not only practical for our well-being, but it can also be poetic.
Very relaxed setting, gives us a really nice headspace break from work, and yeah, it's very inspiring.
In Queensland, for much of the year we tend to gather in places in shadow, but with a prospect to the bright outdoors.
All the architects here seem really interested in materials, in sourcing things from places that have meaning, certainly in responses to climate and environmental design, so I feel like we're sort of amongst peers. It feels like everyone here is on a similar wavelength. It was in India that I became very interested in Studio Mumbai's work, where you had craftsmen and architects working at one-to-one in the same space. So you'd have people that, you'd be able to kind of draw things and mock it up, and I thought that would be sort of a utopic kind of vision for an architecture studio.
You didn't speak about the Opera House project.
That opportunity came up to do a proposal, and I really wanted to make a sculptural intervention with the most iconic architectural building in this country to remember what was there before.
So we started to conceive this idea of blending heaviness and lightness together, and then creating openings in the building so that there was always this connection of light and space. By doing that, then the building itself visually just looked like it sort of merged into the dual landscape.